I lost my way in the forest when dusk began to settle, and panic set in as the trees loomed like towering shadows. I'd been hiking all day, and now the fading light made it impossible to distinguish one gnarled oak from another. I stumbled over roots and thick underbrush, my breaths coming out in ragged gasps. The darkness grew thicker, and I relied on my flashlight, but its beam flickered uncertainly. As I pushed through the dense foliage, I spotted something strange. A small, dilapidated cabin barely visible among the trees. Desperation drove me to it, hoping for shelter or some sign of civilization. The cabin's door creaked open with an unsettling groan. Inside, the air was musty, and the floor was littered with debris. A single candle flickered on a dusty table, casting eerie shadows. I hesitated, but decided to stay until morning. I set my pack down and sat, trying to calm my racing heart. Then I heard it, a soft scratching noise coming from outside. I peered through the grimy window, but the darkness was impenetrable. The scratching grew louder, more insistent. Fear gripped me as the sound seemed to encircle the cabin. Suddenly, the door flew open with a violent crash, and a cold wind swept through the room. My flashlight died, plunging me into pitch blackness. The scratching was now inside, louder and more frantic. I fumbled for my phone, its weak light revealing something horrifying. A dozen small, pale hands clawing at the walls, reaching for me. Panicked, I bolted for the door, but the hands grabbed my legs, pulling me down. My screams were swallowed by the darkness as I was dragged into the void, the cabin's door slamming shut behind me.